Good evening and welcome to Capital TV News. I'm Yana Mushiri, and these are the stories making headlines. Kamanis are ready to face their accusers. Tycoon Deepak Kamani, his father Chamanlal Kamani and his brother Rashmi now say they are ready to face their accusers in court. Their lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi says his clients are innocent and there was nothing for them to answer as far as the contracts were concerned. He denied earlier reports that the Kamanis had moved to court to block their arrests, saying there was no need to block what was non-existent. He said Deepak was due in Kenya on Wednesday and was ready to take a plea with any other accused persons. He said there was no need for drama after the EACC detectives camped at Kamani's Kuna residence in Nairobi seeking to arrest him. Parliament Committee clears Boynet for IG. A joint National Assembly and Senate committee had approved Joseph Boynet's nomination for the post of Inspector General of Police. The report by the joint committee was tabled in the National Assembly by its chairman Asman Kamama. Boynet, who was vetted last week, told the committee that he has all it takes to spearhead the war on crime in the country. Initially, questions had been raised over Boynet's degree, acquired from the Washington International University, which is not recognized in the United States. However, the Commission for University Education affirmed that the institution was genuine and recognized by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Once appointed, Boynet will replace David Kimaya, who opted out in the wake of increased Al-Shabaab attacks in the country.
Well, firstly is my training in the Kenya Police Force, as it was called at that time. I trained at what would be regarded, if I had joined the private sector, at the cadre of a management trainee, having joined or enlisted in the Kenya Police Force as a cadet inspector, and having risen progressively over 15 years to the rank of a senior superintendent. Number two, or secondly, Mr. Chairman and distinguished members of this committee, I've also served in the intelligence service, and I have received requisite training in national security, both locally and abroad.
Kirubi calls for Pang license revocation. Capital Group Chairman Chris Kirubi is urging the government to withdraw the broadcast license issued to the Pan-African Network Group in order to resolve the digital migration standoff. Speaking before the National Assembly Energy Information and Communication Committee, Kirubi said there was no need to create a public-private partnership which would encompass all players in the media industry to curb discontent. Kirubi further stated that the digital migration process was mishandled because all stakeholders were not involved.
They call me Hell, they call me Stacy, they call me Her, they call me Jane. That's not my name, that's not my name, that's not my name, that's not my name. They call me Christ, that's not my name. They call me Hell.
Look for the Coca-Cola bottle with your name on it at your nearest outlet and share happiness with your friends.
In business, insecurity shadow hangs over tourism sector. The biggest challenge affecting tourism industry at the moment is negative perception about Kenya. Tourism Recovery Strategy Committee Chairperson Lucy Karume laments that there is still a negative perception that Kenya is not safe as a tourist destination. Karume is now calling for an aggressive campaign by all stakeholders in the tourism industry to ensure full recovery of the sector. She was speaking while handing over the committee's report to the Tourism Cabinet Secretary Phyllis Kandier. The report is now expected to go to President Uhuru Kenyatta on or before March 13th. And now a look at the financial report.
We are the first team from London to win the Premier League. We are the first team to complete an entire Premier League season unbeaten. And now, we are the first team to introduce a debit card for our fans in Kenya.
The Imperial Bank Arsenal debit card is here. Earn redeemable Ghana points and enjoy exclusive privileges and incentives. Visit your nearest Imperial Bank branch for your Imperial Bank Arsenal debit card. Imperial Bank, looking after your interest.
Now on to sports. Asembo runs for dear life. Football Kenya Federation Vice President Robert Asembo was forced to flee for his life after a section of fans threatened to attack him in the presence of court this morning. The fans expressed disappointment in Lady Justice Abruli's direction to defer the civil suit brought against KPL to Thursday after both parties pleaded for more time. FKF lawyer Eric Mutua told Capital Sports if both parties failed to agree in the next 48 hours, the case could drag for long in the corridors of justice. For more on these and other stories, log on to our website www.capitalfm.co.ke/TV. I've been your host, Amniano Mushe.